Rattlers at home. Playoff revenge match. Rookie Paxton Griffith made his Super Mega League debut and unfortunately got roughed up with one bad inning where he gave up 5 earned runs. He only managed to score 3, and Loverkin and the Grapplers got their revenge after we knocked them out of the playoffs last year, winning 5-3, dropping us to 1-2 in the year. The Grapplers undefeated at the time. Now today's game is going to be a doubleheader here against the Jacks in Game 1. Here's the scheduled pitching matchup. On the mound for us will be second-year pitcher Trenton Deputy, who was re-signed in the off-season after a disappointing rookie year for us. And on the mound is the sixth-year vet Lana Rhymes, former freebooter prospect for the Jacks. Jacks come into this doubleheader 0-3 on the year, while we come in at 1-2, both teams looking to find their footing here in the young season. Lineup for Game 1 for us looks like this. Leading off is the Village Idiot, Baca Boyd. Batting second is right fielder Carter Mahoney, getting the start over Worrymore, who is tense. Batting third in left field, Big Country Buck Swiner. Batting fourth, third-year catcher Bern Oliver. Batting fifth, second-year second baseman, head of the class, Diaz. Batting sixth, center fielder outfielder Wink Winkleson in his third year. Batting seventh, third-year first baseman Merriam DDP Dougherty. And batting eighth, getting his second straight start of the year, is fourth-year vet Ed Manning over at third base. And then Deputy will round us out on the mound for Game 1. Let's get it on. Alrighty, so this is another playoff rematch scenario. Jacks we faced in round 2 of the playoffs last year. We swept them in back-to-back games to knock them out of the playoffs and send ourselves to our first league championship appearance in the series, which we ended up winning over the Wild Pigs 2-0. So Jacks looking for some revenge there. They've definitely beefed up their offense, but they did take a bunch of step backs in their starting rotation to do so, and also in the speed department. So we'll see if that comes back to bite them. But their defense is still solid. So is their power and contact is much improved from last year. Defense is stellar, and their bullpen is still pretty good too. But they definitely took a lot of losses in the rotation and the speed department. So we'll see if that pans out for them or not. Boyd, Mahoney, and Swiner up first here against the sixth-year vet, Lana Rhymes, making her season debut. Leading off is the Village Idiot, shortstop Baca Boyd, both contact first right-hander and inside pitch active for the second-year man, hitting .308 with 2 RBIs on the season. Strike outside, 0-1, we're underway on the heater. That one is high, 1-1. Pass down and in, grounded to first. Nice diving play by Manley to make the stop. 1 down. Good cover by Rhymes, and that'll bring up Carter Mahoney. 1 down. Right fielder hitting 1 for 5 on the year with an RBI. Strike at the knees, 0-1. Curveball at the knees. Mahoney skies it to left center. Therefore it is Salinas, 2 down. And that is going to bring up third left fielder, sixth-year vet, Buck Swiner. Big Country hitting $125 on the year with an RBI. Slow start for Buck in his 6th year. Curveball in the dirt ball, won his 4th year with us. Originally was on the Moose roster. Strike there at the knees on the fastball, 1-1. Fastball up, line, knocked down by Rhymes as she saves her face. Fires the first in time, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 start for Rhymes here in the first. Bottom 1, Yoder, Buffler, and Salinas due up here against Trenton Deputy. Leading off is newly acquired right fielder Javi Yoder. He was picked up in free agency from the Nemesis by the Jacks in his first year away from his original club. 6th year in the league for Javi. Lineup for the Jacks looks like this. After Yoder, it is second baseman Huffley Buffler, the OG second baseman for the Jacks. Batting third in her 3rd year with them, left fielder Juniper Salinas. Batting fourth, first baseman Grunt Manley, who was locked in his 4th year with the Jacks. Batting fifth, third baseman Felipe Fowl in his 2nd year with the Jacks. Batting 6th, veteran catcher Kimmy Smoke comes over from the Heaters organization. Batting 7th is 10th center fielder Joey McFreddy in his 2nd year with the Jacks. Batting 8th, shortstop Charlie Lopez, who is also 10th in his, I believe, 2nd year with the Jacks as well. And then batting 9th is the pitcher Rhymes. On the bench for them, they have third baseman Hito Moonshada. Normal catcher Samuel Perez, who got injured earlier this year. Rookie left fielder Gregory Knockmore, center fielder veteran Man Moon, and veteran left fielder Javier Cortez. So Trenton Deputy is a special case here for the Buzzards, as he was released after his rookie year last year to make room on the playoff roster for Slip Vanderwink. First pitch fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. He has a lot to prove here in his sophomore campaign to try and keep his spot on the roster this year. Slider fouled off. He also has a little bit of revenge cooked up here for the Jacks, as in his Super Mega League debut last year, 6 pitches into it, he took a line drive to the face and was injured for the first half of the year, which caused his numbers to be severely inflated. Curveball in the dirt, 1-2 the count. So he has a little bit of revenge in the back of his mind. Fastball fouled off, still 1-2. Change it down and in is low. Good block by Oliver, 2-2. Right middle in, grounded foul up the first base line. We're still at 2-2 here. Down and in, inside, full count now. Change it middle in, fouled off again. Well, down and in, grounded up the middle, base hit for Yoder. Good first at bat of the game as he gets on with a single. He's now locked in. That'll bring up OG, second baseman for the Jacks, 6th-year vet Huffley Buffler, hitting only .083 here to start the year. First pitch curveball at the knees, grounded foul, 0-1. Pushing up and away is outside, 1-1. Change it down and in, fouled off, 1-2 the count. Slider down and away, line to third, right at Manning for the easy first out. Buffler now tense. That'll bring up left fielder Juniper Salinas, who is tense. 3-hitter also only hitting .083 today in her 2nd year with the Jacks. Inside pitch active for her. She was the batter that actually injured Deputy in his first career start. So, curveball outside, ball 1. Slider away. Driven by Salinas to right center field, and she'll get the best of him again, as that is a home run into the picnic area. First homer of the year for Juniper Salinas, and that is going to be a 2-run shot, making it 2-0 as she's back to neutral mojo. Next up, Grunt Manley, first baseman's locked in, hitting .333 with a homer and an RBI, as Deputy is also already tense. First pitch fastball away, pop foul. That'll get out of play over the backstop. 0-1 the count. Fouled off 0-2. Tough out active here for Manley. Sliding middle of the plate, driven by Manley to left center field, and that's going to be back-to-back home runs. So that hung. 2nd homer of the year for Manley, and that's quickly a 3-0 game. Next up is veteran third baseman Felipe Fowl, hitting a .125 on the year. 2nd year here with the Jacks, high pitch active. Forcing me down and in is a strike called, 0-1. Slider down and away, chased it outside, 0-2. Change it away. Line at the middle, another base hit. Jacks keep it rolling here. We're still with only 1 down. Here's Kimmy Smoke, the catcher. Veteran hitting .333 on the year. Fastball down and in is low, ball 1. Slider down and in is fouled back, 1-1. Seamer up and away, strike called, 1-2. Curveball down and away, fouled off, 1-2 the count still. Change up and in, inside, and off Oliver's glove. Foul's going to make it the 2nd on the wild pitch. 2-2 the count. Seamer down and in, inside, ball 3. Full count offering on the way. In the dirt, ball 4 as the curveball bounces. First walk of the game for Deputy. First and second, 1 down for Joey McFreddy, the 10th center fielder, who has RBI man active. Hitting only a .82 to start the year. First pitch slider down and away. Low, ball 1. Fastball up, fouled off, 1-1. Curveball down and in. Chop foul, 1-2. Change it down and away. Chop foul again, 1-2 the count. Fastball Fastball middle of the plate, line to third. Manning makes the catch. Not in time to get anybody. 2 down. Got to bring up the 8-hitter, veteran shortstop Charlie Lopez, who is tense. Still hitless here on the year. 4-seamer high, ball 1. Fastball high, swung through it, 1-1. Change up and away, driven by Lopez to left center field, hit pretty well. Swiner to the warning track, makes the catch, and that ends the inning in front of the wall. But the Jacks get back-to-back home runs by Salinas and Manley to take a 3-0 lead as they get 4 hits, a walk, and 3 runs as they go to the second. It is 3-0. It is. I believe Deputy also threw over 30 pitches that inning. Great start. Next up, Oliver, the catcher, third-year man, hitting 125 with an RBI for Byrne. Strike at the letters, 0-1. Fastball inside, 1-1. Fastball down and in, line to short, right at Lopez, 1 down. Next up, better second-year second baseman, head of the class, Diaz, hitting 273 with an RBI. Strike away, 0-1. Low heater, 1-1. Fastball up and away, strike called, 1-2. Slider away, chopped at the middle, backhanded by Buffler. 2 down. Diaz now tense, and that'll bring up center fielder, outfielder Wink Winkelson, third-year center fielder, hitting 455 with 2 RBIs on the year. Fastball inside, strike called, 0-1. Down the middle with it, grounded to second, right at Buffler, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. Rhymes 6 up and 6 down to start her year. Bottom 2, we're still down 3-0. Rhymes, Yoder, and Buffler do up against Deputy, who threw 36 pitches in that first inning. Here's Lana Rhymes, a pitcher who's already locked in, where Deputy remains tense. Change away in the first pitch, line to center, and that's a base hit in the left center field for Rhymes, and she runs pretty well, so that's actually going to be a double. Winkelson gets it in, but it is late leadoff double for the pitcher. And her first at bat of the year. That'll bring up Yoder with RBI, Dud, an outside pitch active. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored as he's locked in. First pitch curveball hangs. That's fouled off. 0-1. Slider down and in. Grounded up the middle. Diaz dives and under his glove, and that'll be a base hit. First and third now with none down. That'll bring up Buffler 0 for 1. Lined out his first time up. Slider down and away is in the dirt. Ball 1. Slider away, foul. 1-2 the count. Change it down and in. Chased it inside, strike 3. Runner goes for second. And is there in time on the pass ball, but it is a strikeout, first strikeout of the year for Deputy. 1 down, runners at second and third for Salinas, who had a 2-run homer her first time up. First pitch curveball away. Check swing strike at 1-1. Forcing it down and away, fouled off, 0-2. Slider away. Check swing outside, 1-2. Change it below, check swing low, 2-2. Fastball down and away, outside, full count. Slider up and away, check swing high, ball 4. Second walk for Deputy today. Bases loaded with 1 down for Manley. Solo home run last time up for Manley. He now has RBI man active and he's locked in. Supposed to change it down and in is low, ball 1. Fastball down and in, called strike, 1-1. Slider up and away is way high and outside, 2-1. Well, down and away, grounded to first. Doherty there, fires the second, 1. Boyd to the pitcher, in time, and that's a double play as Deputy manages to get out of the bases loaded jam without a run scoring. Good pitching from him. To the third, we're down 3-0 though. Doherty, Manning, and Deputy do up against Rhymes, who's locked in still. Doherty leading off, third-year first baseman. DDP hitting .364 with an RBI. Yeah, no home run on the year. Fastball high, ball one. Heater away, caught the zone, 1-1. Slider away, pulled to first. Liner is right at Manley, though, 1 out. Next up is that fourth-year vet, third baseman Ed Manning. Hit this on the year, getting his second start of the season. Fastball away, ball one. Strike in there, 1-1. Up and in, 2-1 the count. Fastball up, Manning hits it off the end of the bat to center field. That's going to hang up there for McFreddy, 2 down. Next up, Deputy, who's still tense. Pitcher is getting his first bat of the year. Curveball up and in, line to third, right at foul, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Rhymes. Bottom 3, we're still down 3-0. Foul, Smoke and McFreddy due up. There's Felipe Foul, 1 for 1 today with a single. Change it down and in is low, ball 1. Receiver down and in, fouled off, 1-1. Slider below the knees, grounded in the hole to first. Doherty there, backhands it. Flips to Deputy, in time, 1 out. Next up, Kimmy Smoke, veteran catcher, walked her first time at the plate today. Fastball up and away is a strike called, 0-1. Curveball up and in, fouled off, 1-1. 0-2 the count. Slider down and in, inside, 1-2. Change up hangs, Smoke turns on it, rips it down the right field line, but that is going to drift foul into the seats. Out of reach, Mahoney, still 1-2. Receiver up, blown by her, strike 3, swinging. Second punch up for Deputy today, 2 down. That'll bring up McFreddy, who's 0 for 1. First pitch, 4-seamer up and in is high, ball 1. Ball away, strike called at the knees, 1-1. Slider down and in, check swing low, 2-1. Change up away, outside, 3-1. Receiver away, driven by McFreddy to left center field. Off the end of the bat, though, Winkelson there on the warning track will run it down. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Deputy. To the fourth, it's still 3-0. Boyd, Mahoney, and Swiner do up against Rhymes. There's the Village Idiot. Baca Boyd's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out his first time up. Fastball at the letters, lined into left field down the line, but Salinas will make a catch, 1 out. Next up's Carter Mahoney. He's 0 for 1 today. Slider in there at the knees, 0-1. Fastball strike called, 0-2. Fastball middle in, popped up by Mahoney. Shallow left field, out for it Lopez. Shortstop calls for it, makes the catch, 2 down. Next up, Big Country. Buck Swiner's 0 for 1 with the fly out today. Slider low, ball 1. Fastball high, 2-0. Fastball middle in, swung through it, 2-1. Slider beans Swiner as he'll reach base on the beanball. That'll be the first base runner today for the Buzzards. Runner's first with 2 down for Oliver, who's 0 for 1 and tense. Swiner has a bad jumps active, so he is not going to be attempting to steal anytime soon. First pitch Oliver is high, ball 1 as Rhymes is no longer locked in after her own mistake. Strike at the letters, 1-1. Curveball down and in, grounder to third. Foul makes the easy play to first, and that ends the inning. Our Buzzards get their first base runner on a hit batsman, but they do not do anything with it. Bottom 4, we're still down 3-0. Lopez, Rhymes, and Yoder do up against Deputy. Here's veteran Charlie Lopez. He's 0 for 1 today. First pitch curveball hangs. Popped up foul. Oliver there. Catcher puts it away. 1 out. Next up is pitcher Lana Rhymes. She doubled her first time up and then was stranded at third base in the second inning. First pitch fastball up and in is swung through, 0-1. Deputy finally back to neutral mojo for the first time since inning 1. Change up outside, 1-1. Slider down and in, swung through it, 1-2. Receiver up and away, outside, 2-2. Curveball down in the way in the dirt. Ball 3, full count. Four-seamer up and in. Blown by Rhymes. Strike 3 swinging. Third punch up for Deputy today. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up Yoder. Right fielder 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Is currently locked in. He's also scored once. Slider inside. Misses. Ball 1. Four-seamer up and in is popped up behind the plate. Oliver there. He's calling for it. Pitcher makes the play, and that's a 1-2-3 inning to the 5th. We're down 3-0.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 6.
Top of the 5th, we're down 3-0 still. Diaz leading off. Grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. And 10s. 2-0 the count.
That's down.
Low 3-0. Down there, 3-1. Slider up and in. Bloop to center field, and that is going to be a base hit for Diaz. 1 for 2 today, and he's back to neutral mojo. Leadoff man on, that's our first hit today. Here's Winkelson. Wink is 0 for 1 today with a fly out. Or sorry, ground out the second. Pick off to first, nothing doing. Fastball up, chopped up the middle. Lopez the second one, Buffalo to first. Double play. And just like that, our momentum is erased. DDP's up next. First baseman's 0 for 1 today with the fly out. Slider away, ball 1. 2-0. Slider away, 3-0. Fastball low, ball 4. First walk today for Rhymes. He reaches with 2 down for Manning, who's 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Curveball at the knees. Manning lines it to left field, but it's right at Salinas. That's going to end the inning. 2 more base runners for the Buzzards, but one's erased on a double play, and the other one was a 2-out walk. Bottom 5, it's 3-0. Buffalo, Salinas, and Manley do up. Here's Buffalo 0 for 2 today, and currently 10s. First curveball down in the way is low, 1-0. Slider down in the way, strike called, 1-1. Fastball down the middle, lined by Buffalo to right field, hit pretty well. Mahoney leaps off the wall behind him. That'll be a leadoff single for Buffalo, who does not run well. I'll bring up Salinas, who walked last time at the plate. She's also had a 2-run homer, 1 for 1 today. Four-seamer up and away. High, ball 1. Down and away. Line to right. Mahoney coming in. It's going to drop. Base hit for Salinas. She's now 2 for 2. 2-1, none down here to start the inning for Manley, who has a solo home run today. He's 1 for 2 with RBI man active. Grounded into double play with the bases loaded to end the threat in the second inning last time up. First slider away. Strike called, 0-1. Four-seamer up and in, chased and fouled off, 0-2. Tough out activates now as well for Manley. Change it down and in is in the dirt, 1-2. Curveball down and away. Lined at the middle, base hit for Manley. His second hit today, he's 2 for 3. Bases are now loaded for the Jacks with none down. Brings up foul with high pitch. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Four-seamer down and away. Low, ball 1. Slider down and in. Grounded foul, 1-1. Ball away. That's driven to right center field, and that's going to be a grand slam for foul. It is now 7-0 Jacks as they break it open here in the 5th. Second home of the year for first home of the year for foul. It's a big one. It's the grand salami, and it's quickly 7-0 as a rainbow appears out in the sky behind the ballpark. Next up, Kimmy Smoke 0 for 1 with a walk, and that will do it for Trenton Deputy. 4+ innings of work, 10 hits given up, 2 walks, 7 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, and 3 home runs given up today. He's in line for the loss once again. I'm going to double switch him off here. Yeah, the bullpen will be rookie left-hander Finley Holcorn, who is locked in, making his 3rd appearance of the season. Ed Manning will exit, and coming off the bench will be rookie 3rd baseman Raphael Loins. He'll lead off next inning. Holcorn in his first 2 appearances has thrown 2 1/3 innings. No decisions on the year, no ERA, and an 0.43 whip. In those 2 appearances, he's gotten 1 save, thrown 2 1/3 innings, giving up only a hit and 1 strikeout. His batting average against is 143. Facing the veteran Kimmy Smoke, who's 0 for 1. Fastball up and away, strike called, 0-1. Down and in, check swing strike, 0-2. Slider away, line to 3rd. Loins leaps over his glove, and that's a base hit. First hit of the game for Smoke, she's 1 for 2. And Ringham McFreddy, who's 0 for 2. Specialist active for him as well. Curveball down and away, check swing strike, 0-1. Slider down and in, grounded to short, right at Boyd. Flips the second 1. He has the first. In time, a double play. Base is empty, 2 down for Lopez, who's 0 for 2. Fastball at the letters, skied to right center field. Winkelson going over to the warning track in the short part of the park. He'll make the catch, and that's one going to end the inning for Holcorn. But a grand slam for the Jacks, break the game open. His deputy gives up 4 more runs. 7-0 now to the 6th. Loins, Boyd, and Mahoney do up against Rhymes. There's Raphael Loins, the rookie, getting his first at bat of the game. Came on as part of the double switch last inning. 1 for 3 so far on the year. Slider low, ball 1. Curveball hangs, Loins lines it to left, but it's right at Salinas. 1 out. We can catch a break today. And we still have a second game to play. Great. Boyd up next is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts today. Curveball hangs in there, 0-1. Fastball at the knees, Boyd pops it up to center. Right to McFreddy, who barely has to move. 2 down. Next up, Carter Mahoney. He's 0 for 2 today with a pop out and a ground out. Fastball outside, ball 1. Fastball high, 2-0. Down the middle, fouled off, 2-1. Curveball at the knees, grounded to the middle. Nice knockdown by Lopez on the dive. Fires the first, just late. Infield single for Mahoney. He's 1 for 3. That extends the inning for Swiner, who was hit by a pitch last time up. He is 0 for 1 with a flyout. Fastball at the letters, 0-1. Fastball below the knees, dribbler to the pitcher. Rhymes to first, and that ends the inning, as that's 6 shutout innings for the veteran. Bottom 6, we're still down 7-0. Rhymes, Yoder, and Buffler do up against Holcorn. There's Rhymes, 1 for 2 with the double today. Strike in there, 0-1. All the way, grounded to second, right at Diaz. He'll make the play to first. 1 down. Next up, Yoder, 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. That's a pitch active for him. Strike up and in, 0-1. First time he's had to bat right-handed today, as he's a switch hitter. Slider down and in, grounded at the middle, a base hit. 3rd hit for Yoder today. He is 3 for 3. Here's Buffler, 1 for 3 with the single. Curveball at the knees, low, ball 1. Fastball at the knees, fouled off, 1-1. Change up and in is high, 2-1. Four-seamer away, fouled off, 2-2. Slider down and away. Grounder in the hole to short. Boyd dives past him into left field. A base hit for Buffler. Second hit for Huffley. He's 2 for 4. First and second with one down for Salinas, who's singled her last time at the plate. She's also a 2-run homer and walked. 2 for 2 today. First pitch, curveball down and away. Strike called. 0-1. Slider down and away is in the dirt. Check swing low. 1-1. Change up and away. Strike called. 1-2. Four-seamer down and away. Fouled off by Salinas to stay alive. 1-2. Four-seamer away. Fouled off again. Still 1-2. Curveball down and away. Grounded to third. Fair ball to Loins. Good diving stop. Gets it to first in time. 2 down. Second and third with 2 down for Manley, who hit a single last time up. He's also hit a solo homer. RBI man active for him, though, against Specialist. Four-seamer up and away. Driven by Manley to left center field. Hit pretty well. Winkleson to the warning track again. Will make the catch to end the inning. Good pitch from Holgorn to put up another 0 to the 7th. We're down 7-0. Oliver, Diaz, and Winkleson do up first. Oliver's 0 for 2 today in tenths. We're going to pinch hit for him. Coming off the bench, backup catcher Jaden Norris. Norris 1 for 4 in his start last episode. Fastball low for the 5th-year vet. Ball 1. Fastball high, 2-0. Fastball middle in, hard chop with the middle, base hit for Norris. He's 1 for 1. Good pinch hit swing. Leadoff man on for Diaz, 1 for 2 with a single. Strike down and in on the heater, 0-1. Curveball hangs, Diaz lines it into center field, but it goes right to McFreddy. 1 out. Again, we hit the ball hard, but it's right at somebody. Next up, Winkleson. He's 0 for 2. Fastball away at ball 1. Nice fastball at the knees, 1-1. Fastball down the middle. Winkleson lines it to right center field. That's going to hit off the high wall at the base of it, and that'll be extra bases for Wink. Second and third now with 1 down. Good RBI, good double there for Winkleson. 2 in scoring position for Dougherty. A walk last time at the plate. She's 0 for 1. Rhymes done after 6 1/3 innings. Both runners on base, her responsibility. She gives up 4 hits, 1 walk. Even if both of them score, it is still a quality start for the veteran. It's coming out of the bullpen is right-hander tense Elaine Munstar. Munstar on the year has no record, a 0 ERA and a 1.29 WHIP. In her 3 appearances, she's pitched 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits given up with 1 walk, 1 hit batsman, and 3 strikeouts. Her batting average against is .222. She has appeared in every game so far this year for the Jacks thus far out of the bullpen. Currently tense. We'll see how she does here against Dougherty. Fastball down and in is called strike at the knees. 0-1. That's inside on the curve. 1-1. Fastball at the knees, turned on by Dougherty, ripped into right field. That is long gone in the nest. Second homer of the year for Dougherty. DDP leads the team with 2. She's the only batter to go yard so far this year. That 3-run bomb puts us back in it. It is 7-3. Both inherited runners scored, charged to Rhymes, but that one is charged to Munstar. His whole corner's due up next. We'll lift the pitcher here for a pinch hitter. Coming off the bench is going to be backup first baseman Atticus Macias. Getting his first at bat in the last 3 games. Hitting .286 on the year. That's 2 for 7. So he'll face the tense Munstar. Curveball at the knees, grounded in the hole to short. Nice diving play by Lopez to make the stop. Throw to first. Just late infield single for Macias, who was running down the line. Next up, Loins over 1 with the fly out. 1 out runner at first. Strike at the letters on the heater, 0-1. Fastball away off the end of the bat for Loins into left field. Therefore, it is Salinas to make the catch. 2 down. 2 down runner at first. Coming up next is going to be the Village Idiot, shortstop Baca Boyd, who's 0 for 3. Swung through a fastball, but in 0-1. Curveball down and in is low, 1-1. Fastball at the knees, lined in the hole, past foul. That's a base hit. Good hit there for Boyd. He's now 1 for 4. First and second, 2 down for Mahoney, who's 1 for 3 with a single. Munstar now rattled out there. Fastball up and away is high, ball 1. Chased it in the dirt outside. Bad swing, 1-1. Curveball at the knees, line to center field. That is going to be down for a base hit. Coming around third, Macias, he's going to try and score. Throws cut, he will. It is 7-4. RBI for Mahoney. Runners at the corners with 2 down for Swiner. Buck 0 for 2 today with a hit by pitch. It's grounded out and line back to the pitcher. Strike in there, 0-1. That one's high, 1-1. Fastball down and in, breaks his bat, fouled off, 1-2. Curveball middle in, chop to second, right there, Buffler to first, that ends the inning. Buzzards though put up 4 runs as we're back in the game. It is now 7-4. Coming out of the bullpen for us is going to be second-year reliever locked in Hesto Despot. Bottom 7, we're down 3. Foul, Smoker McFreddy do a Here's Foul. He hit a grand slam last time up. He's also singled. High pitch still active for the third baseman against the second-year pitcher Despot as Norris remains in the game at catcher. Despot in his first appearance of the year through 2 2/3 scoreless innings. In relief of the starter Bonventre in Game 2. His whip is at 0.38 with an ERA of 0. 1 hit given up and 5 strikeouts recorded. He got a hold, which isn't tracked in this game. 111 average up against here for Despot. First pitch, 2-seamer down and in is inside, ball 1. Change at the knees, fouled off by Foul, 1-1. 4-seamer down and away, fouled off, 1-2. Curl down and in, fouled off, still 1-2. 2-seamer down and in, broken back grounder up the line at third. Despot barehands and fires, in time, 1 out, nice play. Good athleticism off the mound, and that'll bring up catcher Kimmy Smoke, 1 for 2. Singled last time up, she's also walked and struck out swinging. 4-seamer at the letters, fouled off, 0-1. Curveball down and away, chop foul, 0-2. 2-seamer up and away, check swing outside, 1-2. Change it down and in, fouled off, still 1-2. 4-seamer up and in, chased it, strike 3, first punch up for Despot, 2 down. Next up, McFreddy 0 for 3 today and currently rattled. 4-seamer down and in is low, ball 1. Curveball at the knees, chop foul, 1-1. 2-seamer up and away, fouled off, 1-2. Change it down and away, outside and low, 2-2. 4-seamer up and in, swung through it, strike 3, back-to-back case for Despot. That's a 1-2-3 inning. To the 8th, we're down 7-4. Norris, Diaz, Winkelson due up here in the middle in the 8th inning, as we look to keep the rally going. Leading off is backup catcher Jaden Norris, who led off the rally last inning with a single. He's 1 for 1. Still facing the rattled Munstar here. Strike in there, 0-1. Last one middle in, line to third, right at foul. 1 out is Munstar back to tense mojo. That'll bring up Diaz, 1 for 3 with a single. Fastball down the middle, Diaz rips it into right center field, hit pretty well. That is off the high wall. That'll be extra bases for, no, it'll be a single for Diaz, as Yoder has a good arm. Runner at first with 1 down. That'll bring up Winkelson, who doubled. He's 1 for 3 today. Munstar done here after an inning out of the bullpen, giving up 2 earned runs and 1 homer. Coming out of the bullpen is closer Chico Lapata, making his season debut for the 6th-year vet, looking to get the 5-out save. Winkelson 1 for 3 today with a double last time at the plate. Strike in there on the cutter, 0-1. Pitch out, nothing doing as they thought Diaz was going. Slider inside, caught the corner, 1-2 as Cadet activates for Lapata. Fastball at the knees, 1 hopper to second. Buffler flips to Lopez 1 on to first, double play, and that's the 3rd one we've hit into today. Bottom 8, we're still down 3. Lopez, Lapata, and Yoder due up. Here's Lopez over 3 today, intense. Fastball down the middle, chop to second, right at Diaz. He'll make the play. 1 out. Next up, Lapata. Closer getting his first at bat of the year as they need him to go for the save. And change up away, misses ball 1. He also only threw 3 pitches, so, or 4 pitches to get that double play, so he's not even anywhere near tired. Fastball middle in, Sky to right center. Winkelson over to the warning track, makes the catch. 2 down. I'll bring up Yoder, 3 for 4 today with 3 singles. First pitch curveball down and in, strike called, 0-1. Usually up and is high, chased anyway, 0-2. Change it down and in, low, 1-2. Two-seamer up and in is high, 2-2. Curveball down and in, fouled off, still 2-2. Four-seamer up and in, high, full count. Four-seamer down and in, line to third. Moines dives out of his reach, another base hit for Yoder. He's 4 for 5. Keeps hitting alive for Buffaloes, 2 for 4 with 2 singles. First pitch curveball at the knees, low, 1-0. Four-seamer down and away. Ground line to second, right at Diaz. That ends the inning. Good 0 for Despot. To the 9th, we're down 3. Doherty, Despot, and Moines due up. Leading off is Miriam Doherty. First baseman hit a 3-run homer last time at the plate for DDP. She's also walked. Facing Lapata going for the 5-out save. Strike away on the heater, 0-1. Cutter low, 0 away, 1-1. Fastball up and in, chopped up the middle. Diving play by Buffalo, but that's going to be an infield single for Doherty. Lead off woman on, and that'll bring up Despot, who's 1 for 1 at the plate this season, but we will pinch hit for him since he is tired. Coming off the bench to hit is going to be backup second baseman Nathaniel Hurls, who is power versus right-hander active. Hurls still hitless in pinch hit attempts this year, looking to turn that fortune around. Slider outside, ball 1. Fastball up and in, Hurls lines it to left center field. That's in the gap. That's going to get to the wall, and that'll be extra bases. Hurls already on his way to second. Coming around third, Doherty. She's going to score. It's going to be an RBI double for Hurls. It is 7-5, and that brings the tying run to the plate. In Rafael Loins, the rookie third baseman. He's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts to left field today. Cutter inside, misses from Lapata, ball 1. Cutter up and away, caught the corner this time, 1-1. Fastball middle in, skied to center. That's pretty deep. Freddie there. Makes catch for the first out. Hurls tags and draws the throw, but he'll hold at second. 1 down, runner at second for Boyd. Baca singled last time up. He's 1 for 4. Cutter away in there, 0-1. That's high, 1-1. Fastball way hitting the hole. Past the diving foul into left field shallow. That's a base hit. Hurls comes around third and he'll hold, as that's a good throw from Salinas. Runners at the corners with 1 down. Go ahead run now at the plate is Carter Mahoney. He singled in a run last time up. He is 2 for 4. Can Carter keep the rally going? I hope he can. We feel the double play depth here as that Cutter's at the letters, 0-1. That's high on the check swing. Good take, 1-1. Fastball middle in, bloop to right field. That liner drops in, base hit for Mahoney. His third single today, he's 3 for 5, and that's his second RBI. It is 7-6. Go ahead, run out at first. Tying run at second for Swiner, who's 0 for 3. Grounded out last time up. He's also been hit by a pitch. Bucks grounded out twice and lined back to the pitcher once. He's facing the tense Lapata. Slider away, strike called, 0-1. Cutter away low, 1-1. Fastball wave, 1 hopper to third, foul to second, 1, Buffalo to first. 4th double play we've hit into today, and that clinches the loss for us here in Game 1. Buzzards lose 7-6 your final. We came all the way to the doorstep, put the go-ahead run on base in the 9th, but we couldn't get the job done. Lapata gets the 5-out save despite nearly blowing it. Hitless today, Buck Swiner, Byrne Oliver, Ed Manning, and Raphael Loins, as well as the pitcher deputy. Pinch hit RBI double there for Nathaniel Hurls, 3 RBIs for Doherty on a home run today, and 2 RBIs for Mahoney on 2 different singles. For the Jacks, everybody got a hit today except McFreddy, Lopez, and Lapata. Grand slam for Felipe Fowl, solo home run for Grunt Manley, and a 2-run homer for Juniper Salinas account for all 7 of their runs. Deputy takes the loss, 4+ innings, 10 hits, 7 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 3 home runs given up. He falls to 0-1. Holcorn and Despot pitch 4 scoreless innings out of the bullpen, 2 strikeouts for Despot, 3 hits given up by Holcorn, 1 hit by Despot. On the other side, Lana Rhymes, 6 1/3 quality innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk. She gets her win, 1-0. Lola Munstar, inning plus, 5 hits, 2 earned runs given up with a home run. And Lapata, inning and 2/3, he gets the save, giving up 4 hits and 2 earned runs, his first save of the year. Player of the game is Miriam Doherty, who went 2 for 3 with a 3-run homer, followed by Felipe Fowl with his 2 for 4 day and a grand slam, and Juniper Salinas is the 3rd place finisher with her 2 for 3 day and 2-run homer. And that closes out Game 1 of the doubleheader. We still have 1 more to play. And the Jacks also get their first win of the year. They improved to 1-3 on the year, and we fall to 1-3. Yay. This team is a head-scratcher sometimes. Looking around the league here, after Game 1, Heater signed Rufus Mars. They cut Fabio Fabula from the rotation. Scooter Sandbrick to the Overdogs. He'll replace Tarzan Woodburn there on the bench. And Gina Torrens is off the Overdogs. She is replaced by veteran Kitty Kaufman as the Overdogs upgrade second base. Let's sim up to the next game here, see how these sims work out. Herbivores beat the Sawteeth as they come back and win 3-1. Crocs hold off the Nemesis to win 9-5. Nemesis remain winless at 0-4. Moose beat the Sandcats 4-2. Platypi rally to beat the Wildloads 4-3. And the Freebitters crushed the Herbivores 6-1. 2 games left here. Moose stomped the Wild Pigs 9-2, and in the final game of the sim, Nemesis get their first win of the year in 12 innings as they win 1-0 over the Heaters. And with that, we head to the second game of the doubleheader. It is a battle of the aces, Hokie versus Ortiz. Both of them took the loss in their first starts. Hokie has an ERA of 9 and a whip of 250, whereas Ortiz has an ERA of 10.80 and a whip of 220. Player development here. Dumb one for Mahoney, dumb one for Loins. Decent one for Winkleson. Good one for Norris, I like this one. Decent one for Manning, and good one for Griffith. Okay, I like all 4 of these. The one that's going to expire the most is Norris, so we'll do his first. Going to get the 2 power, which is fine, up to 67. 1 speed up to 57, and 2 fielding to 71. Does not get power as right-hander though, which is sad. Still a B-, and we're going to go to this one here for we'll do this one for Manning. It has the next highest likelihood to expire, and then we'll buy these 2 next episode, after the next game, should they both be here. Alright, let's get this one for Manning. Gets the 2 power, that's nice, up to 31, and 1 contact, 86. Still a B-, but he's getting a little bit better. Alrighty. So the lineup here for game 2. Leading off will be the outfielder Winkleson in center. The Village Idiot Baka Boyd is juiced. He'll bat second. Rory Moore back in the lineup in right. He'll bat third. Doherty at first base is batting fourth. She's locked in. Diaz batting fifth at second base. Swiner is tenth in left field. I'm going to bring Carter Mahoney in to play left field since Swiner's not hitting well. And Mahoney did have 3 hits in the first game. Norris will get the start at catcher for the Tense Oliver, and Ed Manning once again starts at third base with Hokie on the mound. Let's go. Game 2 of the doubleheader, we already gave the Jacks their first win of the year. Let's see if we can get the revenge and get back to get our second win of the year. Alright, hopefully game 2's not as disappointing as game 1 was. Let's get it on. Winkelson, Boyd, Mortimer up first here against the ace Ortiz as he'll take the mound for his second start of the year.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Winkelson leading off, hitting 400 on the year with 2 RBIs. Here's a look at Ortiz's numbers in his first start of the year. Ortiz took the loss. He gave up 6 earned runs in 5 innings. ERA of 10.80 and a whip of 2.20. He gave up 9 hits, 2 walks, and struck out 6 batters, but he did keep the ball in the ballpark. Batting average against is .375 on the year. Wink ready, here we go. Fastball high, ball 1. Curveball down in the dirt, bounces 2-0. Just chased it high, 2-1. Curveball outside, 3-1. Fastball up and in, Winkelson pops it into left field, right to Salinas as she's in a few steps. 1 out.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Next up is the Village Idiot, Baca Boyd. Shortstop comes into this appearance juiced. He had 2 hits in the first game, hitting .333 with 2 RBIs. Strike the letters, 0-1. Curveball down in the way, Boyd skies it to left center field. Over for it is McFreddy. 2 down, and that will bring up Worrymore, right fielder who sat out game 1. He was the only bench player to not play. He's hitting .250 on the year. Worry Less takes a curveball inside, ball 1. Curveball up, Worrymore crushes it to right center field, and that's why we call him Worry Less. He is clutch. That is in the nest as it lands in the Jacks bullpen. First home run of the year for Worrymore. And it's also the first person besides Doherty to go yard this year for us. Quickly, we have a 1-0 lead on his first of the year.
The first baseman.
Next up, Doherty hitting .429, locked in with 2 homers and 4 RBIs on the year. Slider in the dirt, ball 1. First home run of the year given up by Ortiz. Fastball inside, 2-0. Fastball up, chased it high, 2-1. Low late on the swing as well. Slider down in the way, chopped at the middle. Nice diving play by Lopez. Fires to first, in time, and that ends the inning. Buzzards still on the board with the first home run of the year for Worrymore. 1-0 to the bottom of the first. Yoder, Buffer, and Salinas do up against Hokie. Right fielder Javi Yoder leading off. He went 4 for 5 in game 1, hitting 400 on the year with a homer, 2 RBIs. Outside pitch active, and he is locked in against Hokie. Jude's numbers from his first start are like this. He took the loss on opening day, giving up 6 earned runs and 6 innings of work. ERA of 9 and a whip of 250. He gave up 13 hits, 2 walks, 1 homer, and 6 strikeouts. Batting average against is .433. He took the loss. That game was a 6-0 loss to the Crocs. Looking at the lineup for the Jacks today, it is actually the exact same lineup they used in game 1. Yoder, Buffler, Salinas, Manley, who's now locked in still, Fowl, Smoke, McFreddy, who's now rattled, and Lopez, who is still tense, with Ortiz at the 9 slot. Fastball inside, fouled off. Change it down and in is low, 1-1. Slider up and in, check swing strike, 1-2. Came in active for Hokie, curveball inside, check swing, misses, 2-2. Up and in, skyball to right center, Worrymore over. He'll make the catch, 1 out. Next up, Buffler hitting .176 on the year. Second baseman was 2 for 5 in the first game. Curveball at the knees, strike called, 0-1. Fastball down in the way is low, 1-1. Change up and in, high, 2-1. Slider down and in. Ground at the middle base hit for Buffler. He's 1 for 1 to start the day. Next up, Juniper Salinas. She had 2 hits in the first game. She went 2 for 4, 200 average, 1 homer, 2 RBIs. She did have that 2-run homer to start the scoring in the first inning of that game. Fastball away, fouled off, 0-1. Inside pitch to active for Salinas here. Curveball swung through outside, 0-2. Change up and away. Chased it, strike 3. First punch up for Hokie today, 2 down. I'll bring up Grunt Manley, who had a solo home run in the first game. He went 2 for 3. 2 for 4 as well. He had .375. 2 homers, 2 RBIs on the year. First pitch curveball away. Outside, 1-0. Change up down and in. Inside, 2-0. Four-seamer up and away is high and outside, 3-0. Slider middle in, strike called, 3-1. Four-seamer down and away, runner goes on the hit and run. Manning cuts it off in the hole, fires to first, in time to end the inning. Good pitching by Hokie to the second, it's 1-0. Diaz, Mahoney, and Norris do up against Ortiz. Well, thank you, NMH156. Shout out to you. Just followed here on Twitch. Up to number 47. Love to see it. Thank you so much. Next up, Diaz. Second baseman's had 2 hits in the first game. He went 2 for 4, 2 singles. RBI on the game season as well. Hitting .333 as that slider's low. Ball 1. Curveball outside corner there. 1-1. Forkball at the knees, driven by Diaz to center field. Hit well, but it's going to die out there. Freddie will make the catch, 1 out. Next up, Carter Mahoney, left fielder, hitting .400 on the year with 3 RBIs. He singled in 2 runs in the first game, going 3 for 5 with 3 singles. Strike up and away on the heater, 0-1. Curveball inside on the check swing, 1-1 the count. Curveball down and in, line to left center. That is down for a hit as Mahoney's on. He rushed the batter, love it. Here's Norris, catcher, hitting .333. No homers, no RBIs on the year. 2 hits in the first game for the backup catcher. Coming off the bench. Slider there at the knees, 1-1. Forkball outside from Ortiz, 1-1. Fastball up, lined in the hole, past the diving first baseman, hit for Norris. He's 1 for 1 to start his day. First and second now with 1 down for Manning. Third baseman 0 for 2 in the first game. Was subbed off as part of the double switch. Still looking for his first hit of the year. 2 on 1 down for Manning. Strike in there at the letters, 0-1. Fastball up and away, chased it, 0-2. Forkball at the knees, chopper to short. That'll be a double play. Lopez to Buffalo 1, on to first. That's our 5th double play we've hit into these 2 games. Bottom 2, we're down 1-0. Foul, Smoke and McFreddy do up. Foul leading off. He's hitting .250, 1 homer, 4 RBIs on the year here against us. He had the big grand slam in game 1, which was the deciding factor in that game as he hit that in the 5th inning. Curveball down in the way, swung through it at the knees. 0-1 as Hokie gets ahead. Fastball down and in is fouled off. It's 0-2. Game man active for Hokie once more. Changeup is outside, 1-2. Slider's going to be inside here, 2-2. Definitely let go of that one too early. Fastball away is outside, full count. Change it down and in, inside ball 4, just missed. Foul works the walk. Next up, Smoke, catcher, hitting .333. No homers or RBIs here on the year. 1 for 3 in the first game for Smoke as that fastball's in there, 0-1. Curveball down and in, chop to the mound. Hokie to second with it in time. That's going to be a fielder's choice as Smoke runs really well for a catcher. Runner first, 1 down for McFreddy, hitting .133. No homers or RBIs on the year for Joey. Hitless in the first game, he went 0 for 4. Swung through a fastball at the letters, 0-1. Curveball at the knees, line at the middle. Boyd dives out of his reach. That is a hit. First and second now with 1 down. Next up is the shortstop Charlie Lopez. He was also hitless in the first game. He also went 0 for 4. First pitch fastball is high, ball 1. Change of away is outside, 2-0. Good start here for Lopez. Let's see if he can convert. Fastball is in there. First check swing strike, 2-1. Curveball down and in. Just low and inside, 3-1. Receiver down and in, strike called, full count. Slider away, popped up, foul in the third base side, out of play and out of reach. Still going to be a full count here. Receiver up and away, runners go, and that's hit off again, foul. We'll do it again. Slider middle in, rip the third on the ground right at Manning to second 1, Diaz to first, double play, and Hokie gets out of the jam. For the third, we're still down 1-0. Or up 1-0, Jesus. Hokie, Winkelson, and Boyd do up. So used to losing this year, can't even tell when we're winning.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Oki leading off, hitless in his first game. He went 0 for 2. Slider down the middle, skied to left. Salinas back to the warning track. In a step, makes the catch. One out.
The center fielder.
Winkelson due up next. He's 0 for 1 today. Strike in there on the heater, 0 1. That's inside. Caught the corner though, 0 2. Chased it outside, hit up the first base line. Manley there. Flips to Ortiz in time. 2 down.
The shortstop.
That's going to bring up Baca Boyd. He's 0 for 1. Flew out his first time up to center field. That's up and away high, 1 0. Up and in high and inside, 2 0. That caught the outside corner away, 2-1 the count. Fastball up and in line through the middle. That is a base hit for Boyd as he'll reach with the 2-out single to keep the inning alive. 1 for 2 today, and that is going to bring up the right fielder Spool Worrymore, who hit a home run his first time up. He was 1 for 1 today. Forkball up the knees, just missed it as Worrymore's going to pop that into center, shallow. McFreddy in, will make the catch to end the inning. Bottom 3, we're still down 1-0, or we're up 1-0. Jesus, Ortiz, Yoder, and Buffler due up here against Hokie.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Here's Ortiz, pitcher hitless on the season so far. His fastball from Hokie is in there at the letters, 0-1. Change up away is lined at the middle, base hit. First hit for Ortiz this year, he's on to lead off the third. Next up, Yoder, he's 0 for 1 today. Just change it down and away, fools him, check swing strike, 0-1. Curveball up and away, skied to right, hit pretty well. Worrymore to the warning track, will make the catch, 1 out. Here's Buffler, 1 for 1 with the single today. Seamer way lined into right field. That is into the corner. That'll be extra bases possibly for Buffler. Now it'll just be a single. Runners at the corners though with 1 down as Buffler's 2 for 2. He's up Salinas is 0 for 1. There's the curveball down and away. Chopped up the middle. Diaz dives, flips to second. Just late, it's a fielder's choice. Everybody's safe, 1-1. Couldn't mess that one up any more than we did. Next up, Manley 0 for 1. RBI and active for Grunt. Fastball is low, off the catcher's glove. Everybody's safe as they both advance in the wild pitch. 1-0 the count. No double play here. Curveball inside, line to second, right at Diaz, makes the catch, 2 down. Next up, Foul, who walked his first time at the plate. First pitch changeup inside, misses, ball 1. Slider down and away, grounder to third, right at Manning. He'll make the play to first, and that ends the inning. Jacks do get on the board with the fielder's choice ground out, but we do manage to strand 2 more runners to keep it from blowing up in our faces.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 30.
Strike in there, 0-1. Curveball low in the dirt, 1-1 the count. Strike in there, 1-2 to Dougherty. Fastball middle in, chop to first, second. Easy play for Buffler to first, 1 out.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 6.
Slider down and in is low, 1-0. Strike the letters to Diaz, 1-1. Curveball away, in there, 1-2. Forkball down and in, bloop to left center. That is down for a hit as Diaz has his first hit today. He's 1 for 2. And we are now back down to 46 followers as I had to block N and H because of the comment they left in the chat. Next up, Mahoney. He's locked in currently as he singled last time at the plate. Slider down and away, chop to second. That's another double play ball. Buffalo to Lopez on to Manley and another double play. 6-1 grounded in 2 in this doubleheader today.
Now batting, the catcher, Kimmy Smoke.
Next up is going to be Kimmy Smoke. He'll lead off the inning here for the Jacks. Fastball ways fouled off 0-1. Curveball down and in is inside. Strike called 1-0-2 the count. Change it down and away. Chop foul 0-2. Line up and in. Chased at strike 3. Second punch up for Hokie today. 1 out. That'll bring up McFreddy 1-for-1 with a single. Back to tense mojo. Fastball down and in. Chased at 0-1. Change up and away. Check swing strike 0-2. Came in active for Hokie again. Sliders fouled off away 0-2. Curveball down and in. Chop foul. Still 0-2. Four-seamer away. Outside 1-2. Change up and in. Chased it. Strike 3. Back-to-back case for Hokie to start the inning. 3 today, and that'll bring up Lopez 0-for-1. 2 down in the inning. Change up and away. High ball 1. Go down and in. Fouled off 1-1. Curveball at the knees. Grounder to short. Boyd charges. Fires to first. In time 1-2-3 inning for Hokie here in the 4th. To the 5th, we're tied at 1. Norris, Manning, and Hokie due up. Norris leading off. He singled his first time up. He's 1-for-1. Slider low, ball 1. Heater away, strike called 1-1. Curveball up and in 1-2 the count. Fastball up, chased, hit up the middle. Nice hit by Norris. It's his past Buffler's dive. Second hit of the game for him. He's 2-for-2. Catcher on to start the 5th. Now to bring up Manning, who's 0-for-1. Strike in there on the heater, 0-1. Slider middle in line to second, right at Buffler. Easy first out. Next up, Hokie's 0-for-1 today. Bunt is shown. There it goes. Bunt is down. Sac bunt is successful for Hokie as he's out at first. 2 down, runner in scoring position for Winkleson, who is 0-for-2 today on the chance for outfield. Let's see if the wink can come through here. Curveball in there, 0-1. Fastball middle in, line to left field, in for a hit. Coming around third, and holding is going to be Norris, as that's a good throw. Runners at the corners, 2 down here for Boyd. 1-for-2 with a single last time up, looking to drive in the runner. Both trades active here for Boyd. Slider low, ball 1. Fastball down the middle. Boyd crushes it to center, but I think he just missed it. He also hit it to the wrong part of the park for a home run. As it dies, McFreddy makes the catch to end the inning as we remain tied at 1. Bottom 5, Ortiz, Yoder, and Buffler due up. Here's Ortiz, 1-for-1 with a single today. First pitch curveball down and in. Chopper to third. Manning there. Will make the play. 1 out. Next up, Yoder 0-for-2 today. Fastball up and in. Check swing strike. 0-1. Change it down and away. Fouled off. 0-2. Slider down. Chop to third. Manning charges. Fires to first. 2 down. Hokie locked in now. Now to bring up Buffler. 2-for-2 today with 2 singles. First pitch curveball down and in. Liner up the middle. Into left center. That's going to go to the gap and all the way to the wall. Buffler's 3rd hit today. Going for second. Here's the throw from Winkleson. Just late. 3-for-3 day for Buffler. Now to bring up Salinas 0-for-2 with an RBI and a fielder's choice last time up. Fastball away is outside. Ball 1. Slider away. Check swing strike called. 1-1. Forcing up and away. Swung through it. 1-2. Change it down and away. Grounded to second. Right to Diaz holding the runner. He'll fire to first in time, and that ends the inning as Hokie puts up another 0 in the 5th. To the 6th, we're tied at 1. Worrymore, Doherty, and Diaz due up. Here's Worrymore. He had a solo home run his first at bat. Last time up, he popped out the center. 1 for 2 today against the tiring Ortiz. Work ball down and in is low. Ball 1. Slider low. 2-0. Inside 3-0. Fastball high. Ball 4. First walk today for Ortiz. Worrymore reaches to lead the inning, and that'll bring up Dougherty 0 for 2. Strike in there, 0-1. Slider middle in, bloop to right center. That's down for a base hit. It's a good leap by Buffler, though. First and second now with none down. That'll bring up Diaz, 1 for 2 today with a single. Strike in there at the letters, 0-1. Fastball down the middle. Diaz crushes that to right center field. Head of the class, just found his first homer of the year. Sophomore hits that almost into the center field seats box up there, as that's in the Buzzards bullpen. In the nest for a home run. Second homer of the game for the Buzzards. First of the year for Diaz. That 3-run shot breaks it open here. It is 4-1 in the 5th. In the 6th, sorry. No quality start for Ortiz today, as that'll bring up Mahoney. 1 for 2 with a single, as Ortiz is now tense. Fastball middle in, line to right, goes right to Yoder, 1 out. Next up Norris, 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Curveball down and in is Chase, chopped to short, easy play for Lopez, 2 down. That'll bring up Manning, who's 0 for 2 today with the ground out and a fly out. Fastball down and in, line at the middle into right center, base hit for Manning, his first hit of the year, he's 1 for 3. Now to keep the inning alive for Hokie. Pitcher 0 for 1 today. He had a sac bunt last time up. He's also flown out. Still locked in. Manning takes off on the first pitch. Curveball hangs. Strike called. Throw down is late. Stolen base for Ed Manning. His first of the year. He's 1 for 1. Fastball up. Hard grounder to short right at Lopez, and that ends the inning. He fires to first. 3 runs, though, for the home run on head of the class Diaz, as he gives us a 4-1 lead to the bottom of the 6th. Manley fouled. Smoked up against Hokie. Manley 0 for 2 today to start the inning. First pitch fastball away. Strike called, 0-1. Curveball down and in. Fouled off, 0-2. Tough out versus K-Man, who'll win this fight. Slider down in the way is in the dirt, 1-2. Four-seamer up and in. Swung through it, strike 3. 4th punch up for Hokie today, 1 out. Next up, foul, 0 for 1 with the walk. First pitch change it down and in. Low, ball 1. Four-seamer at the knees, fouled off, 1-1. Ball down in the way, fouled off, 1-2. Slider to inside, fouled off, still 1-2. Four-seamer down in the way, fouled off again. Change it down and in. Chopped up the middle, knocked down by Hokie. Picks it up behind the mound and fires in time late. Infield single for foul. He's 1 for 2, and that'll bring up Smoke 0 for 2 today. Versus fastball away, strike called, 0-1. Change it down and in is low, 1-1. Slider up and in, line to left, Mahoney coming on. Gets there, makes the catch on the liner, 2 outs. First and second now. Runner at first with 2 down here for McFreddy, 1 for 2 with a single. Curveball down in the way on the first pitch, swung through it, 0-1. Four-seamer up and away, swung through it, 0-2. Slider down in the way, chased it in the dirt, strike 3 swinging. 5th punch up for Hokie today, and that ends the inning as he puts up another 0. Quality start for Hokie through 6. To the 7th, we're up 4-1. Winkelson, Boyd, and Worrymore top of the lineup up against Ortiz. Winkelson leading off. Wink is 1 for 3. He singled last time up. Slider low, ball 1. Slider up and in, bloop to left center. That is 1 hopped into the sliding glove of McFreddy. Second hit of the game for Wink. He's 2 for 4. Leadoff man on for Boyd. He flew out last time up. He's 1 for 3. Curveball down and in, ripped on the ground in the right, base hit for Boyd. He's 2 for 4. First and second now with none down. There's Worrymore. He walked last time at the plate and scored on Diaz's homer. He's 1 for 2 with a solo home run. Still, Ortiz stays out there. Fork ball inside, ball 1. Fastball up and in, line to center. That is in for a base hit. And around third wink, he's going to try and score. Throw to the plate. Just in time, he is out, but it is a double for Warrimore as he advances on the throw. Second and third, one down here for Dougherty. 1 for 3 with a single last time up. He's also scored on the home run by Diaz. Infield in here to try and keep the game from getting out of hand. Slider middle in, bloop to left center. That is going to get it down into the sliding glove of McFreddy, who is hurt on the play. 2-run single for Dougherty. It is 6-1 as DDP delivers. Diaz due up next. He had a 3-run homer last time up. He's also singled. Javier Cortez comes on to play left field as that moves Juniper Salinas into center. McFreddy injured his knee on the play, it looks like. And coming out of the bullpen here, it is going to be Elaine Munstar, making her 5th appearance of the season, as she's appeared in every game of the season. Yes, McFreddy did injure his knee on the play. Munstar on the year has no record, a 5.40 ERA and a 2.40 WHIP. In her 4 appearances, she's given up 2 earned runs, 3 and a third innings pitched, 7 hits surrendered, 1 walk, 1 homer, 1 hit batsman, and her batting average against is .412 with 3 strikeouts. In the first game of the doubleheader, she threw an inning plus, giving up a big 3-run homer to get us back into the game at the time. Only 2 runs earned in that appearance for her. Curveball low, ball 1. Fastball high, 2-0. Strike the letters on that one, 2-1. Swung through it, 2-2. Fastball up and in. Diaz pops it into left center field. Coming on Salinas, she will get there. 2 down. Next up is Mahoney's, 1 for 3 today with a single. Chased it down and in as that breaks the bat. Buffalo there. Tags Dougherty on the helmet, and that ends the inning. Bottom 7th, it's now 6-1 as Dougherty delivers a 2-run single. Bottom half of the 7th coming up, Lopez, Munstar, and Yoder do up against Hokie. Lopez is 0 for 2 today and currently tense. First pitch fastball in there, away. Strike called, 0-1. Curveball away. Grounded to hold third. Manning dives, makes the stop, gets up and fires. In time, 1 out. Lopez now rattled, that'll bring up Munstar. And she'll be pinch hit for by backup third baseman Hito Moonshada, who's hitless on the year. High pitch active here for Hito. First pitch fastball down and in. Line at the middle. Over the leaping Boyd, that's a base hit into left center. First hit of the year for Moonshada. He'll be on with 1 down. Brings up Yoder, who's 0 for 3 today. First pitch curveball down and in is in the dirt. Good block by Norris. 1 down. 1 out of the count. Fastball up and in, lined at the middle. Diaz there on the backhand, 2 down. Next up, Buffalo, 3 for 3 today. He doubled last time up. He's also singled twice. First pitch change up down and away. Check swing strike, 0-1. Slider up and in. Grounder to second. Diaz there. Backhands it to first. In time, that ends the inning. Hokie puts up another 0 here in the 7th, as that's 7 shutout innings for the ace. Coming out of the bullpen, it is Chico Lopato who got the 5-out save in Game 1 of the doubleheader. We're still up 6-1. Norris, Manning, and Hokie do up. Hokie going to be done here after 7 innings of work. He gives up 7 hits, 1 walk, strikes out 5 batters, and only 1 earned run. As he has a quality start and is in line for his first win of the year. Backup catcher Jaden Norris leads off. 2 for 3 day for the 5th-year vet as he'll face Lopato first. Lopato in the first game of the doubleheader made his season debut. He gave up 2 earned runs, an inning and 2/3, 10.80 ERA and a 2.40 WHIP. Thankfully, he got 1 save. He did get the save as he did get a game-ending double play to finish it off. 4 hits given up with 5 and a 5.71 batting average against. Mason Norris here. Strike down and in, 0-1. Fastball at the knees, chopped to short right at Lopez. 1 down. Next up, Manning, 1 for 3 with a single. Slider away, strike called, 0-1. Fastball down and in, line through the middle. Base hit for Manning. He's 2 for 4 today with 2 singles. Good hitting, Ed. Now to bring the pitcher up. Hokie, as we said, we are going to pinch hit for him. 0 for 2 day for Jude at the plate. Coming off the bench to pinch hit will be backup first baseman Atticus Macias. He delivered a pinch hit infield single in the first game. Fastball high, ball one. Cutter away, in there, 1-1. Fastball down and in, line into left field, base hit for Macias. Once again, he delivers a pinch hit single, first and second with one down. Now to bring up Winkelson, he's 2 for 4 today with 2 singles. Slider outside, ball one. Winkelson was thrown out trying to score in the 7th inning. Slider away, line to first, right at Manley for the second out. Runners hold. That'll bring up Boyd, who's 2 for 4 today with 2 singles. Big chance for Baca to drive in some runs. Let's see if he can get it done. Cutter inside, ball one. Slider hangs, driven to right center field. I think he just missed it. Salinas there. She will put it away, and that ends the inning. We fail to score. Bottom 8, coming out of the bullpen for us, is going to be right-hander Pewter base. Bottom of the 8th, we're up 6-1. Salinas, Manley, and Faldo up against Pewter, all about that base. There's Salinas, 0 for 3 today with an RBI ground out. Fielder's choice. Should be the first batter to face base today. Pewter on the year has made 1 appearance. He got the win in that appearance. No record, no ERA. 180 whip in that appearance. He threw an inning and 2/3, giving up 2 hits, a walk, and striking out 2 batters. His batting average against 286. Fastball up and away. High, ball one. Two-seamer away. Rip foul. 1-1. Slider at the knees. Strike called. 1-2. Came in active for base here. Curveball down and away. Chased it outside in the dirt. Strike 3. First punch out for base. 1 out, and that brings up Manley, 0 for 3 today. Fastball up and in, strike called, 0-1. Curveball down and in is inside, 1-1. Two-seamer down and away. Chop to second, Diaz charges, bare hands and flips to first. 1 down, 2 down in the inning. That'll bring up foul, 1 for 2, single and a walk today. Infield single last time at the plate for Felipe. Two-seamer away. Strike called, 0-1. Slider down and away. Fouled off, 0-2. Four-seamer down and in. Chased it in the dirt. Strike 3 swinging. Second punch out for base, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. To the 9th, we're up 6-1. Worrymore, Doherty, and Diaz. Hard lineup up against Lapata. Worrymore last time at the plate hit a double. He's 2 for 3 today. He's also hit a solo homer and walked. Slider inside, strike called, 0-1. Chased it low, 0-2 as Whiffer activates for the locked-in Worrymore. Smells K-Dud for Lapata. Fastball up and in, blooped into left field down the line, base hit. 3rd hit today for Worrymore. He's now a triple shy of the cycle. He's 3 for 4. I'll bring up Doherty, who singled in 2 runs last time up. She was 2 for 4 today. Lapata done after an inning plus. Coming out of the bullpen is Hugh Jacobs, the mop-up man. 4th year here with the Jacks for Jacobs. He has no record, a 1.59 ERA and a 1.06 whip. 1 earned run given up in 3 appearances, totaling 5 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits surrendered, 2 walks, 1 homer, and 3 strikeouts. His batting average against is a .190. Facing the locked-in Doherty. Fastball low, ball 1. High, 2-0. Slider in the dirt, 3-0 the count. Fastball to letter, strike called, 3-1. Chased it at the knees, full count. Pick off to first, nothing doing. Fastball down the middle, chop to second. Nice diving play by Buffler. He'll go to first, 1 out. Runner to second, and that'll bring up Diaz. Hit a 3-run homer last time up at the plate. He's 2 for 4 today. Slider in there, 0-1. Inside, 1-1. Curveball hangs, line up the middle, base hit for Diaz. His 3rd hit today. He is 3 for 5. Throw coming home from Salinas. In time to nail Worrymore. He's out. 2 down. Second time we've had a runner thrown out at the plate this game. That'll bring up Mahoney, 1 for 4 with a single. Slider outside, 1-0. Fastball away, strike call, 1-1. Fastball up and in, hard to hit up the middle. Grounder into left center, base hit. Diaz hangs at second, first and second, 2 down. Mahoney's second hit of the game, he's 2 for 5. That'll bring up Norris, he's 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Curveball inside, ball 1. Slider inside, 2-0. Curveball at the knees, Norris lines at the right center, that is down for a hit. Diaz coming around third, he will score. Throw to third is in time to nail the runner. Third outfield assist today for Salinas. But we do get the run in on the single by Norris, his first RBI of the year. 7-1 to the bottom of the 9th. Smoke, Cortez, and Lopez do up against base. There's Smoke, go for 3 today, intense. Curveball away. Check swing, strike called at 1-1. Receiver up and in is high, 1-1. Receiver down and in, chop the second. Diaz there. Fires the first, 1 out. Next up, Cortez, batting 1,000 on the year. Came in for the injured McFreddy earlier in the game. He has an RBI today on the year. First bat of the game, fastball away, low, 1-0. Two-seamer at the letters, strike called, 1-1. Slider down and in, low, 2-1. Four-seamer up and away, fouled off, 2-2. Curveball down and away, chop foul, still 2-2. Two-seamer up and in, fouled off. Four-seamer up and away, chased it outside, strike 3. Third punch up for base today. 2 down, and that'll bring up Lopez as the last chance for the Jacks. He's 0 for 3 and currently rattled. First pitch curveball. Grounded up the line to third. Fair ball. Diving is Manning in the foul territory. But at first, just laid infield single for Lopez. That's his first hit of the year. He's back to tense mojo. That'll bring up the pitcher slot, Jacobs. Pinch hitting is veteran center fielder, Man and Moon, who was hitless on the year. Two-seamer down and away. Chop foul out of play, 0-1. Fastball inside, ground up the middle of the second. Diaz backhands it, fires to first in time, and the Buzzards do take revenge in game 2 as we split the doubleheader with the Jacks. 7-1 your final score in the second game. Our offense continued to hit well. We had 16 hits in game 1, but 5 double plays and only 6 runs. This time we get 7 runs on 20 hits, and we managed to hold off the Jacks offense as Hokie keeps the ball in the ballpark, only giving up a run on a fielder's choice groundout, which was to Salinas. Hitless for the Jacks today, Yoder, Salinas, Manley, Smoke, Cortez, Moon, and that's it, yep. Everybody in our lineup got a hit today except Jude Hokie. Even the pinch hitter Macias got a hit. RBI for Norris on a single. 3 RBIs for Diaz on a homer, his first of the year. Doherty had a 2-run single. And Worrymore had a solo home run in the first inning, his first of the year as well. Pitching lines, Hokie 7 innings, quality starts, 7 hits, 1 earned run, a walk, 5 strikeouts. He improves to 1-1 on the year. Peter Bass 2 innings out of the pen to shut it down. 1 hit given up with 3 strikeouts. He gets the hold. For the Jacks, Beavis Ortiz 6 in the third innings, 14 hits given up, 6 walks, a walk, 6 hits, 6 earned runs, a walk, 2 home runs. He falls to 0-2. Munstar and Lapata each throw an inning and 2. They throw an inning and 2/3 combined, giving up no runs. And Hugh Jacobs throws the inning, giving up an earned run on 3 hits. Player of the game is Spool Worrymore, was a triple shy of the cycle. Then Class Diaz with his 3-run homer, he went 3 for 5. And then Jude Hokie with his quality start as the 3rd-place finisher. Not a bad way to bounce back here in the second half. Basically, we just kept that momentum from the end of game 1 and just carried it into game 2 and never looked back. Not bad at all. Looking around the league here. Sawtee signed Stockton Brickhouse, former Freebooter center fielder, as they replace Elsa Glenn, the second baseman. Interesting choice there. Moose signed Besto Lancheros, the second baseman, as they cut Sammy Shigitani from their bench. Vern Oliver gets +4 contact after sitting out a game. He's up to a B+. And Heater signed Nacho Crisp as they cut Lee Fitzgerald, the veteran right fielder. So they take the veteran shortstop in his stead. Let's go ahead and sim up to the next game here. Sandcats beat the Blowfish easily 9-1 in a rout. Grappler shut out Platypine. The pitchers still 1-0. They remain undefeated. They're at 5-0. Sawtooth beat the Sirloins 7-4. Crocs taking on the Overdogs here. Battle of the top two teams in our division. Crocs win 8-4 as they keep the division lead now. Hot Corners beat the Freebitters 3-1 in a nice pitcher's duel. Beagles crushed the Jacks 8-1, building on our momentum. Moonstars shut out the Sandcats 3-0. Overdogs rally but lose to the Wide Loads 4-3. And the Herbivores win a pitcher's duel over the Wild Pigs 2-1 in the final game of the sim. So every team does get a win here on the year. The only team left undefeated is the Grapplers at 5-0. Okay. We're up to third place in the division now at 2-3 after that second victory of the year. So still trying to chase down the Crocs. We're still within striking distance, only 2 games back. Next time out, we are taking on the Nemesis in a doubleheader. For the Nemesis, it'll be their number 2 pitcher, left-hander Melody Moods, the veteran from the Sawtooth. 6th year for her. She's 0-1 with a 4.26 ERA and a 1.58 whip. And for us, it is 3rd year Southpaw Emily Bonventre. No record on the year. She had a 14.54 ERA and a 3.23 whip. I believe she gave up 6 earned runs in her first start against the Bee-Wolves. Bullpen bailed her out of that, though. Looking at the player development options, okay, this one for Manning, it's a new one. It's a decent one, too. Dumb one for Macias. Solid one for Boyd, that's getting ready to expire. He probably doesn't need it because he's already a good fielder, so I'm going to ignore this one. This one for Deputy will be here next time. This is a big one he needs. Accuracy is his weak point, so definitely need to work on that. These were the 2 we were looking at last time, so I think we'll snap both of these up, and then we'll have enough to get these 2 next time out. I think we should. We'll see. Maybe we'll only be able to get 1. Alright, so let's work on this one. Let's go for... they're both going to expire at the same rate. Let's do Winkelson's first because he plays every day. He's going to get the 5 power, big roll there, up to 63. 1 contact to 73. And he gets the 5 speed. He's up to 86. Nice. Does not get high pitch though, which would have been nice. Good job for Wink. And then here's Griffith, the rookie, getting some junk upgrade, which he desperately needs. It's his weak point as a pitcher. He's going to get the 14, big roll there for the Rook. Up to 38. Does not get K-Man, we didn't get lucky twice. But he is now a B+, so good for him. He's already improving. Love to see it. And then we'll have to decide between Deputy or Manning next time out for these. Alrighty, let's go ahead and set the lineup here for the first game of the doubleheader next time out. We'll call it a day. Leading off will be the center fielder, outfielder Wink Winkelson. Following him is Worry Less. Bull Worrymore, who's locked in. He'll bat second and right. Big Country back in the lineup in left field. He'll bat third. Doherty still locked in at first base. DDP bats fourth. Batting fifth is catcher Byrne Oliver up to a B+. Back off the bench as he's back to neutral mojo. Batting sixth, head of the class, Diaz. He'll bat play at second. Batting seventh at shortstop, the Village Idiot, Baca Boyd, no longer juiced. And batting eighth, getting the start again at third base, is the veteran Ed Manning with Bonventre on the mound, batting ninth. And that is going to do it for this episode, guys. Big one here on task for you. It was a doubleheader against the Jacks. We do drop Game 1, giving them their first win of the year. But we bounced back to win 7-1 in Game 2, so we are now at 2-3 on the season. Still within striking distance of the division lead, and we look to feast on the last place Nemesis next time out, or next to last place Nemesis, I should say, who come in at 1-4. Hopefully that is a matchup we should win. Hopefully we can keep this offensive momentum going. We can carry it through the next doubleheader. Tune in next time to see if we can do that. If you made it this deep, obviously, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate seeing everybody. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the follow button down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And over on YouTube, if you haven't already, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch in the description below. Until next time, this is the Nasty One, signing off.